Hello everybody, welcome to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. The previous results from Indianapolis carry, and that means Mike Hawthorn on pole from Giuseppe Farina, jeanbehra, andrepilette, Maurice Transnion, albertoascari lining up in 6th, and josefroliangonzalez, who won the Argentine Grand Prix in round 1, starting in 8th after a difficult United States Grand Prix. So there is Hawthorn then, he starts on pole, hoping to make it 2 wins in a row. Farina will hope to pinch his first victory of the season, and there's jeanbehra hoping to do something for simcagordini as well. So they are away off the line, and Hawthorn is getting the edge over Farina as they come into the first bend and then the first turn, and Hawthorn continues to lead. Farina in 2nd, Behra in 3rd, and that is how they are going up the hill. But Behra has got loose, and Behra is sliding, and off goes Transnion as well. Transnion off the road, Musso up and then back, and Behra has gone off but recovered in 4th, but it's Ascari in the Lancia who is 3rd. So Ascari once more making a good start. I think this time taking advantage of other people's misfortunes. I think he wouldn't have actually got very far, if anywhere at all, without everybody else going off in front of him. But Ascari takes advantage and he is in 3rd place, and hopefully his car will hold together and albertoascari will be able to get a good result. But the other thing is, he has got a clear run at the Ferraris. Okay, he's a little bit behind them, but a clear run at the Ferraris means Ascari can see what he can do, see if he can catch those Ferraris up and show some real pace from that Lancia. But he's in the podium positions. That would be a good start if he can hold that. Mike Hawthorn leading Giuseppe Farina, who once again is applying the pressure just like he was in Indianapolis. But once again, he does not have the track position. And what are Ferrari going to do about this? Do they mind? You know, one of their drivers is going to win the championship this year. I think that is a certainty. Farina going hard into the corner where he spun last year, but this time keeping it all together and actually with a lot of style and panache. And Ascari behind, looking very, very smooth indeed in that Lancia. Behra trying to hold off the 3rd Ferrari of umbertomaglioli. And there's Gonzalez, he's up in the 7th. He is trying to make an impression on the points because he has still only got the 8 points from the first race in Argentina, and at the moment he is not in the points in this one. So Gonzalez still with a bit of work to do. The order shuffled a bit because everybody got a bit held up by the, it wasn't a pile up as such, wasn't it, early on, but it was sort of lots of cars going off and then rejoining and lots of chaos happening. It's allowed Hawthorn and Farina to get away. It's allowed Ascari to get into 3rd and have quite a clear run to that 3rd place. But here's Farina. Can he cause Mike Hawthorn any trouble? They've got the gap to albertoascari, those 2 Ferraris. They can afford to fight today if the team will allow it to happen. Farina, he definitely wants to try to get the win, but Hawthorn, he had a shot at the World Championship last year and he still had an outside shot going into the final round until he spun off. So Hawthorn wants to try to make it count. Farina, he's never won the World Championship, had a decent chance in 1950 with Alfa Romeo, but couldn't put it all together last year. Did catch up, but never quickly enough to really have a decent assault for the title. But he will be hoping that he can pass Hawthorn and put his name in the ring for the championship battle. And he is in 2nd at the moment and still hunting down his British teammate, while albertoascari holds on a 3rd in the Lancia. They are already well over halfway into this Grand Prix as Mike Hawthorn continues to lead Giuseppe Farina. It is still albertoascari in 3rd. Remember, previous results carry, so not only will they get the points, but it will also give them their good position for the next race. Look, once again, those Mercedes severely lacking downforce, having to run wide, and that is hamstringing them because potentially they would have some good pace if they could take the racing lines the same as everybody else. Maglioli still having a go at Behra, and the pace that sometimes Ferrari challenging pace that simcagordini have had is not apparent today because Behra is under all sorts of pressure from Maglioli and he'll be lucky to hold on to 4th in my view. But here's another guy who I wouldn't say he'll be lucky to hold on to the lead. He is controlling the race at the moment. Farina is trying to get a look in, but Hawthorn has enough pace to stay ahead, I think, and Farina is going to have to do something special to get the win, especially now as we're coming into the last turn. Farina is going to have a look and he is going to have a dive, but Hawthorn will hold on, and Mike Hawthorn is going to take 2 victories in a row. Ferrari 3 wins out of 3 this season, and again trying for the clean sweep, which they've just failed to do in the past 2 seasons. But Mike Hawthorn wins. Giuseppe Farina finishes 2nd. So 2 races in a row for those two. And albertoascari is going across the line to take first points and first podium for Lancia. What a great result for Ascari today on the podium, and poised to see if he can go up against those Ferraris in the next race in Zandvoort. And Behra finishes 4th, does hold off Umbertomaglioli, who takes 5th place. So the Drivers' Championship sees Mike Hawthorn on 22 points, Giuseppe Farina, he is on 16, jeanbehra 3rd on 9, he has passed Gonzalez now, who is on 8 points still and losing touch because he cannot get himself back into the point share. Ascari on 4, Mans on 3, Pilette 3, Trantini on 2, Maglioli 2, Constructors, Ferrari 53, simcagordini 12, but Lancia enter the fray on 4 points. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this content, please do like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Take care.